What's up, everybody? This your host, Ronnie Mac.
And this your boy, Quez.
And we want to welcome you to another weekly installment of Something for the People. First and foremost, we want to say good morning, good evening, good night, good day, whatever time it is. Thank you for joining us. And today we got a real special guest with us. We got Brother Will, who's an activist, an author, and also a poet. Brother Will, say what's up to the people for me.
Yes, sir. Peace and love, family, hotep, sock passe, salam alaikum, all that good stuff.
Okay. And before we get into it, we also want to remind everybody listening that you can follow us on IG at Something for the People. And also you can follow us on Twitter at SFTP Podcast. That's Something for the People Podcast. And you can leave your comments because your opinions count too. Plus, you could tweet us questions that you want us to answer and topics you want to hear about. This is Something for the People. So people, please get involved. So what's up, gentlemen? How everything going with y'all?
Pretty good, man. I won't complain. Just keeping it going, man. You know, we got a lot going on, a lot of issues, and I'm here.
Okay.
Thankful to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right, what about you, Brother Quez? What's happening with you?
Same thing, nothing new. I can't complain.
Okay. Well, I was at the barbershop, you know, because by trade also Brother Will works at one of the cornerstones of the black community. One of his trades that he has in his belt is he a barber. That's how he able to keep, you know, I would say, I mean, I let you describe what you're able to do, but the barber, in my opinion, is usually able to keep his ear to the street because so many black guys
Barbershop talk.
It's barbershop talk, you know what I'm saying? So, which is pretty similar to the podcast. So, the different things we talk about at the barbershop, you know, the different enlightenments that I've, you know, the epiphanies I've had at the barbershop. I said, you know, Will, you know, we doing this podcast, bruh. You should come and spread some of this positivity that you're doing to the community and that you're doing at your job, and come, you know, shed some light and give your experiences because somebody can benefit from this. So that's how we ended up here, and we're gonna talk about what we normally talk about. So when I was talking to you earlier, you said you wanted to talk about black role models.
Yes, sir. We have definitely have a need for more black role models. You know, as you mentioned too, as you alluded a second ago, you know, we are privileged to have some awesome people come through the barbershop. You know, white collar, blue collar,
right.
No collar. You know, so man, we actually, man, we just finished our 2016 schedule of events.
Okay.
The name of my mentoring group is Save Our Sons. Okay. And we actually are just a group of brothers that come together on a regular basis. We might take a field trip, might take the young bucks to a game, a sporting event. Okay. We might take them to a movie. We teach them how to play chess. We teach them how to think.
That's what's up.
You know, we teach them how to be men and how to be fathers. How to, you know, we do have some younger men that you know, are single fathers. Right. You know, so we try to help them, especially with what you were talking about the other day in the shop offline. Right. You know, just talking about the law and understanding the law. Absolutely. And not being caught on the wrong side of the law, man. So always have good talks when you come through, brother. Always,
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to talk to you too, man. But so okay, well, as a mentor, because that's a good thing. You know, first and foremost, I must commend you and those like you because that's very admirable and very much so a necessity in our community. Yes, sir. So, as you know, from that position, from that vantage point, how often or what is the most prevalent, you know, issues that you deal with in 2016, I should say, because by the time this comes out, in our day and age, in Black America 2016, what is the most prevalent issues you come across that you have to mentor? Man,
that is an awesome question. I'm glad you asked. For those people listening, for all of your listeners and fans and followers and friends and so forth, believe it or not, brother, the craziest thing we actually deal with is our young people don't like reading. Oh, okay. Our young people they don't have an affinity. They don't have a love yet. I'll say yet. Okay, yet. You know, absolutely. For reading. You know, I so often, you know, we hear young boys say, I hate reading. Right. Or, you know, something to that effect.
Something to that nature, right.
Yeah, so one of the things that I do, you know, when I have, you know, my nephews or my son over, my little cousins, I always let them see that I have black magazines in my house, in my home. I have a big library, plenty of black authors, and I try to quote somebody on a regular basis.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
whether if it's
right.
Barack Obama, Eric
Right.
Holder, Ben Carson, Oprah. I try to quote somebody that has some type of intelligence because for some reason, man, I'm tired of hearing our young people quoting Jeezy and quoting
Right, right.
T-Pain. And,
Right. Quoting Wayne, quoting Drizzy, quoting Future. You know what I'm saying? My dope in the bushes. I feel you. And here at something for the people, we definitely appreciate a good quote because that's something that we anchor our show around. We try to have some words, you know, some words of advice or some food for thought. That's what we call it. Some intellectual nourishment, so to speak. We try to have that to pretty much summarize the angles that we do the show from. Yes. Something that you keep, to your day to day, because you never know, you may hear a word that you may need to repeat to yourself to get to the next day.
Get through the day. What would you say is one of your favorite quotes?
One of my favorite quotes is would have to be Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
When he said that fear is not real. And now I'm paraphrasing it.
Okay.
But, he said our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are more powerful beyond measure. So that to me, it kind of gets me going some days, and I feel like, man, I'm tired of paying this FPL bill. I'm tired of seeing like I just paid this FPL bill.
Right.
I don't feel like getting up in the morning, And I was watching what's that movie with Will Smith and his son when they were out of
Pursuit
space.
of Happiness. Oh no, you're talking about
Out of
same cast,
Yeah.
but it's just a different movie.
Out of this world.
What he told his son the same thing that Nelson Mandela said: "Fear is not real."
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the movie though, but yeah, it's
something.
We live in 2016. There's no reason why we shouldn't look this up in a couple seconds.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I know the movie. He gonna come up with the name. But go ahead. What you saying?
So
After Earth.
After Earth.
That's
Go ahead.
the one.
Gotcha.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
So I was watching that movie and I caught one of the things that really stood out to me was Will played a very disciplined, militant, strong. He was the leader of his family. Right. And when the time presented itself,
cool. I'm sorry. I let the listeners know we have brother Will has his 3-year-old son with them, so you may hear a voice in the back every now and again. But that doesn't hinder from the conversation. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. So I just noticed that he really put it in his son's mind.
Right.
Fear can only exist in your mind.
Right. Exactly.
Danger is real.
Danger is right.
Danger is very real.
There are things that can cost you harm.
Fear is not real. My mother used to tell me, shout out to my mama Diva, taught me a lot of what I know, that passed of colon cancer in 2009. But one of the things that she used to quote was, fear is false evidences appearing real.
Oh, wow. That's deep. I like that acronym.
Yeah.
Fear is false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
That's real. I like
that.
Okay,
I've never heard that one.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, okay, so that's a good quote. That is a good mantra to live by in your life.
Yes,
because usually that's what it like. Fear is one of those, for lack of a better term, it's one of those phenomena. Because I can't think of. I wanted to say principle, but fear is a phenomenon that acts like a principle. The same way we based our the same way we base critical decisions off of a principle. A lot of times we base critical decisions based off
fear.
Yes. So it's a phenomena that acts like, or that can appear to be a principle. Sometimes fear can shape our principles. You get what I'm saying? So I'll tell you what I mean by that. Something as small as talking to a girl. Me and Eddie, we all know the show's homeboy Eddie. That's Eddie's just a homeboy to the show. He's not the friend of the show. He's the homeboy to the show. But anyway, I'm in the store with Eddie, and
Eddie has no fear of talking to a woman or nothing of that nature.
Eddie has no fear. But let me show you what I mean by that. To an extent, he kind of did. What happened was this. Let me show you what I mean. He don't have fear as in to approach a woman, but we as people have a habit of telling ourselves no. And we tell ourselves no when, first of all, it's not even our answer to give.
Exactly.
Okay, and we tell ourselves no out of fear, the phenomenon that pretends to be a principle. We tell ourselves no out of fear of the rejection. Okay, so he tells me, I bet she got a boyfriend. I said, well, what they got to do with you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She got a boyfriend.
Why does she have to have a boyfriend?
Right.
Like,
You know, she's attractive, so he just said, but he just, you know, he kind of like, how you put it? He kind of sizing her up.
Yeah.
Saying she looked like the kind of girl that got a boyfriend.
She got to have a man.
She got to have a man. So I say, well, even if she do, what they got to do with you? What they got to do with you? So he say,
he don't want to step on nobody's toes.
Right. You know, that's what he trying to. I guess he trying to say he want to step on nobody's toes. Okay, forgive me.
But you gonna push him up too?
Yeah, I'm trying to hype him up. I'm really trying to hype him up for this rejection.
Hey man, forget that dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to see.
Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, committed.
Yeah, I want to see this.
So he goes to, when we get to the line, so I gave him space. I didn't want to hear what you said.
Yeah,
I
he probably went over there and said, "What's up, fool?"
So I go, so I hear him talk. You know, he talk soft anyway.
Yeah.
So I see him talking. So I see her, you know, the way she looking. I said, oh, she telling him no. I can tell she's saying no. That's how people look when they say no.
You smiling like you smiling now?
No, it's not like that yet. So when he came, when I went up to her, I said, why you told my dog no? I bet you told him no. You gonna act bougie like that on my dog? You know, I'm trying to be, you know. So she's laughed. She say, no, I ain't tell him no. I say, what he asked you? What you said to him then? He asked if I had a boyfriend. I say, so what you told him? I said, yeah. I said, oh, he took that as no. She said, yeah, he just left. I said, oh, okay. To bring that to this point, he told himself no out of fear of rejection.
Yeah.
He took that as rejection. You get what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, from what I got talking to her, she would have gave him a chance.
Yeah.
Because she just said, I didn't tell him no. I just told him I got a boyfriend.
And he took that, so he told himself no.
He told himself no. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, Eddie being Eddie, you know, he told me a million and one reasons why.
Of course.
You know, nah, fool. You know, I can't deal with that kind of stuff. She want to be caked up and,
Man,
you know.
F that fool.
So he gave me that. But at the end of the day, what happened in reality was he told himself no. Because for you to want to holler at the girl, you was interested in getting success. You felt there was some way you can get this number or get whatever you wanted from her because you tried. So if you felt there was no hope, you wouldn't try at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So since you tried, you had some chance or you had some aspiration for success with her. So when she said anything that gave you the inclination of no, you said no to yourself.
Took it and ran with it.
You ran with it. So you could tell yourself no before she hurt your feelings. Well, I don't want to say hurt your feelings, but before she give you rejection.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we do as people. And you can't tell yourself no. The fear you cannot be afraid of rejection or anything or of failure. And you can't allow that fear to prevent you from taking a chance.
Exactly.
Because in the same After Earth, if that boy was fearful of taking a chance, Will would have died in the ship, and he would have died in there too.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? He would have died when he lost his pack. Remember the pack? He had an extra one. And he broke it. If he was so fearful, he would have died because he lost his pack.
Yes,
so
indeed.
take that job opportunity that you know that they trying to give you. Take that in-house promotion. Go move. They give you a job offer in 200 miles away. Go ahead, take that shot. You feel what I'm saying? It's not working in Miami. If you rapping, it's not working out of Miami. You've been rapping 20 years. It's not working in Miami.
Go to somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. If you don't want to give up, if you want to keep digging, go somewhere else and dig.
I look at fear all the time, like how people let fear hinder them, and just think like, what if Martin Luther King let fear stop him from doing what he was doing? Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, people like that. What if What if Obama let fear stop him from running? Because they ain't gonna never let a black man in office.
Exactly, and you see that if fear did control, or if those people looked at fear as a principle as opposed to just a hurdle, if they looked at it as something that was a blockage as opposed to something to get over, then there wouldn't be a black president.
Exactly.
There wouldn't be a person to have a dream to have the black president. So,
and to be honest, they had reasons to have fear, to live in fear back then.
because back then they had the laws was so loose that they was able to be treated any kind of way.
So those people can overcome it. I feel like we should.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because, man, when I go to perform, you know, when I go to these open mics, you know, when I go to these various variety shows and poetry shows and whatnot, there's always, before I go up, I get butterflies. And it's like, man, what if my first line, which is supposed to be my icebreaker, what if it's soft? What if it doesn't go over well?
Right.
You know, so I know there's a lot of times, man, where that internal dichotomy is going on.
Right.
And it's like, I got to overcome first in me.
And just right.
You know
it's
what I mean? So
within.
that's a very great point. And you know, I hint on some of that in my book, Hard Love.
Right.
And you know, I really just talk with men, with brothers, young and old. That you know, it boils down to you.
Right.
You know, you can have any woman you want. You know, but at the same time, you know, any woman you want may not be the woman for you.
True. Right.
You know
and you said, and you touched on that in what your book, Hard Love.
Hard Love, yes sir.
And what can I pick that up?
My book, Hard Love, The Pleasure and the Pain, was published Valentine's Day of 2013, I think it was.
So it's been in stores since 2013. Where can I get it?
You can get my book anywhere books are sold. Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, Borders,
Amazon.com.
Amazon.com. Okay. Being that I'm not a celebrity yet,
it's coming.
You got it's coming. I received that. Being that I'm not a celebrity yet, you got to call. Okay. And my book is print on demand.
Okay.
So, but they'll have it for you in 2 weeks. You'll pick it up.
Oh,
and,
that's what's up, man.
Oh yeah,
that's
they
dope.
have it in their inventory.
That's dope, man. Okay, man. Long as it's available online where people can get it, man, that's good, man.
Yes,
I like to see brothers doing good. But you touch on those kind of things in the book of, you know, the fear aspect of overcoming, you know, your fears, and that's good, bro. That's good.